The 2025 Ford Bronco. We have some new updates to talk about here, so let's get started. We have new standard equipment and refinements for every trim level of the Bronco, and this includes a new standard 12-inch digital gauge cluster. We now get rear climate vents on the 4-door models, and we also get additional sound insulation for a quieter cabin, and that is truly great to see. I genuinely love driving these Broncos. Ford really nailed it with these products, and this additional sound deadening material, that's genuinely going to help give this a more civilized and refined driving demeanor out on the road. We also have available factory matte clear film to not only protect the paint, but of course to give it that matte appearance, right? Which does look amazing, but you will certainly have to pay up for it. Plus we have new black appearance package for the freewheeling and the strobe special edition for this latest model year. And these SUVs, they are on sale right now. You can actually go on Ford's website and build a 2025 Bronco, and we also have the official pricing here as well. In fact, they're giving us a new base model to help reduce the entry-level price by about $1,600. So the base model, it's going to start at $37,995. I would personally at least try to get the Big Bend at $40,370. The Outer Banks is good if you want a more luxury-esque Bronco. That's going to start at $47,940, but make sure to add $1,895 for the destination charge to all of the prices that you see here. But those were just the highlights. Now let's get into the details of these 2025 Ford Bronco updates, and let's start out with the freewheeling package along with the strobe special edition. The freewheeling package is really something that you can add on to the Big Bend trim levels. It's a heritage inspired package, but the strobe special edition is genuinely like another trim level. And for both of these models, we now have a new black appearance package to give you that more stealthy look. And this black appearance package, it includes a removable hardtop that's painted in shadow black. We have black molded in color mirror caps along with the fender flares, door handles, and the grille, and you will get the white Bronco lettering on that grille. Plus there's also a black graphics package as well with this appearance pack. Additionally, this black appearance package, if you get it with the Sasquatch package, it will add gloss black painted aluminum wheels with a black beadlock ring, which I'm sure is going to look really nice. Now, I already talked about the matte clear film. If you want this factory installed option, it is going to be available on both the 2-door and the 4-door body styles and on all non-Raptor trim levels. Yes, it does look amazing, but it's not cheap. It's almost $5,000, but I guess it does protect your paint and it does come from the factory, so I guess you can just roll it into your payments or into your lease or whatever you decide to do. And I don't know, it might be okay paying that price, because I do know that wrapping an entire vehicle, it does cost a lot of money. If you have recently wrapped an entire SUV, let us know how much that costs. I know it depends on what type of material that you use, but I don't think Ford is completely out of pocket charging almost $5,000. I think that is what a full SUV would almost cost to get wrapped at a reputable wrap shop. But anyway, let's move on to the interior space. So I mentioned that these vehicles are now going to come standard with the 12-inch digital gauge cluster that is now going to match the 12-inch infotainment screen, which they gave us the 12-inch infotainment as standard for every trim level in 2024, and it's running Sync 4. Well, now the digital gauge cluster is going to match. So there you have it. And this new digital gauge cluster, it's also going to have like the animations and the graphics from the Raptor when you go between the various driving modes, which Ford calls it the GOAT modes. So when you're playing with that dial, you'll see the graphics show up on this larger digital gauge cluster. Anyway, we have additional standard refinements, including the dedicated air conditioning vents in the rear for the 4-door Broncos. We also have additional interior lighting, and of course the additional sound insulation for a quieter ride. All of the Bronco Sasquatch models will now include a new 35-inch Goodyear Territory rugged terrain tire that is quieter than the previous mud terrain tires at the highway speeds. This is fantastic. I actually recently did a full review of a 2024 Sasquatch Bronco, and to be honest, those mud terrains weren't even that bad, so the fact that we're getting even quieter tires, I think a lot of people are going to appreciate these updates for 2025. And we also have a new 12-speaker Bang & Olufsen audio system that replaces the previous 10-speaker setup, and this includes upgraded speakers, a new subwoofer, and a higher output amplifier. The B&O sound systems, I mean, they're kind of average. They used to be trash like 5-6 years ago. Now it's at least acceptable, and hopefully this new 12-speaker is now a more proper sounding unit. But finally, as mentioned before, the Bronco base trim level returns after a 1-year hiatus, and the black diamond trim level now becomes a package for the Big Bend trims. Once again, I personally recommend the Big Bend. I think that's a good starting point for these SUVs, and I do think that the Sasquatch package is worth it, especially now with the quieter tires and that new Bang & Olufsen audio system. That's also worth looking into if you love your music. And comment below, let me know if you would pay up for that additional $5,000 to get the matte clear film. I do like the way it looks, and it does protect the original paint underneath, but I would like to hear your thoughts. And in the description box below, I am going to be sharing with you a free leasing calculator to help you negotiate on these vehicles. It's provided to you by AutoCompanion, and this will show you the interest rate of a lease, the residual values, and most importantly, the incentives that you can get in your local zip code. And this is crucial because incentives stack on top of whatever dealer discount you're able to negotiate. So whether you are financing, paying cash, or leasing, it doesn't matter. You should use this calculator to at least see those incentives so you can get the maximum amount of money off on these products. But hopefully you found value with this content. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching. Take care and goodbye.